Filae is the largest online resource for French genealogical research. I'm Sunny Morton with Family Tree Magazine, here with a quick tour of Filae. The first thing I do after I log in is make sure the language is set to English. Thank you, Filae, for providing that option for me. So building your family tree is entirely free and unlimited on Filae. You can upload or build as many trees as you want, make them public or private. Let's go to My Tree and then jump to my French ancestor, Stephen Felix. So the tree profile viewing panel here on the left shows me an individual timeline of his life. I can see sources I've added, any notes I've added. There's some tree navigation aids for me here. And one thing I particularly love is that you can add tags. I especially love the ones for negative findings, which you may have gone to great lengths to determine, but typical trees don't let you indicate some of these. Now looking over here at Stephen's tree, I can see the hinting tool activated here. The little puzzle piece tells me there's a hint that could help me connect Stephen to his parents. I click on it and see that it's a civil registration record, which I can then review and then confirm or reject it. Something else that I love in the family tree view that shows up elsewhere on the site too is the map view. Every place name you enter is geocoded. So even if the place name changed over time, you can see your family tree laid out over the same geography. Now my tree only has the lone Stephen so far in one event in France, but once I dive into this research, this will start to populate. This is a great way to see patterns and explore places in search results even when you don't know the geography well. So now let's go over to my favorite part under search for a source. This gets us to the real treasures on Filae as far as I'm concerned. More than 150 million searchable genealogical record images. It's the largest online collection of French records. So you can see at a glance what their collections are. Most important are the birth, marriages, and deaths, which come from church or parish registers for the mid-1500s through the 1700s, and then after the French Revolution, you then have civil registration, and they're all kind of mixed up so you don't even have to remember where the cutoff is. It will just deliver whatever birth, marriages, or death exists. Over here, you've got census records back to 1872. Here's their collection of family trees. Many of the site's 6 to 7 million users have posted trees that are either searchable or that you could request access to if you want to. Filae launched clear back in 1992 as the first French family tree platform, so there is a deep tree archive here. Scrolling down a little, I can see that there are significant military collections as well for some older conflicts, but especially for the 20th century for World War I and World War II. There are also military awards and pension records, as well as pension records for civil servants. There are travel and emigration records, emigration with an E when someone was leaving the country, and a little further down, naturalizations as well. So lots of other records to explore here too. And as far as privacy restrictions, you will not see records for someone less than 120 years from their birth except for their death records. So that does make researching recent generations more challenging. So now let's look at the search experience. Under search for a person, you can search by the usual parameters, including the time frame and the place. Let's just look for a sample search here. After you run the search, you can also add additional parameters here, add a spouse or a parent. But then I can look at all of these. I can sort and filter them down by various parameters. But here's my favorite part. Remember how I said that all of the locations are geotagged? This means that if you look at the place view, you'll be able to zoom in and look at the results in terms of places. So if you don't know the geography super well, but you can point to it on a map, this is a real helpful feature here. This is a tool I wish every genealogy website has. One final tip on the searches, you can use wildcards here. You can use a question mark to replace one character, or you can use an asterisk to replace multiple characters. Finally, you may want some help at some point under Resources, the Customer Service tab. There are lots of great frequently asked questions, both about your use of Filae and then also some basic French search strategies. I mentioned you can use the site for free, and I suggest getting started that way by uploading your family tree and seeing what record hints populate. But to view all the records, you will need a subscription. There are monthly, 6-month, or annual subscription options available. The prices in euros, but they start from about as low as $6 per month or so. Whichever option you choose, if you have French roots, you need to start exploring Filae. I'm Sunny Morton with Family Tree Magazine. Thank you for watching.